is the updated Kia EV6 that was launched recently at a price of Rs 65.9 lakh. And apart from some cosmetic changes inside and out, the biggest talking point here is that it gets a larger 84 kWh battery. Over the course of this video, I'm going to tell you what the differences are, what the similarities are, and what the real world range is like. Before we proceed, do subscribe to the Autocar India channel and tap the bell icon to get notified every time we upload. Now, like I mentioned, the battery size has gone up in the EV6 from 77.4 kWh to 84 kWh. The battery chemistry, as before, is NMC or nickel manganese cobalt. And Kia says that though this battery has a bigger capacity than before, it is actually lighter and more energy dense than the previous unit. As a result, claimed range has now gone up to 581 kilometers on the WLTP cycle. But of course, it is gonna vary in the real world scenario. And here are the figures that we got in our range test. Impressively, we managed a combined range of 498 kilometers, which is closer than usual to the official figure. And what's interesting is that it was more efficient on the highway than in the city. It's worth noting, however, that ambient temperatures rose by 12 degrees during our city run, which meant the AC was working harder to keep the cabin cool. And also, while we used level 3 region braking in the city, it wasn't strong enough to bring the car to a complete halt, and it didn't recoup much charge. Speaking of charging, this is still capable of accepting charge at speeds of up to 350 kilowatt on a DC fast charger, which will top the battery up from 10 to 80% in just 18 minutes. And it also comes with vehicle to vehicle and vehicle to load capability, which means that it can charge other EVs and power other external appliances as well. What remains same, however, is the motor setup and the output. So this one still gets a dual motor setup which allows for all-wheel drive, and the output is 325 horsepower and 605 Newton meters, which allows it to go from 0 to 100 in a claimed 5.3 seconds. That's 0.1 seconds slower than the older car, but we managed to get a quicker 5.16 second time in our 0 to 100 kph run. The roll-on acceleration times are impressive too. Performance then remains a strong suit of the EV6. The driving experience also remains the same, which is a good thing. The Kia EV6 feels very natural and easy to drive, and you'll appreciate that the powertrain delivers its power in a very progressive manner. It is unlike EVs of old, which used to dump all of their power in one big chunk. Instead, this is very progressive and it feels very natural to drive. What also helps matter is the all-wheel drive system, which helps put the power down in a clean manner. It also packs in drive modes which have a corresponding effect on its response. So if you have it in eco mode, it will be very chilled out and very dull down. But if you have it in sport, it will feel very immediate and energetic. And the steering will also pick up a little weight. Speaking of which, the EV6 feels very composed and planted around corners. Sure, it's no corner carver, but it feels very stable and predictable, and you can even have some fun going around bends. What's also impressive is the ride quality. On the whole, it's very pliant and absorbent. Sure, at low speeds, it does have a hint of firmness, and it does tend to bob a bit vertically at higher speeds, but it settles down very easily, and on the whole, it feels very comfortable and planted at all speeds. And that's surprising given that this rides on large 19-inch alloy wheels. Now let's talk about the exterior changes, which aren't many. The major design change is at the front in the headlights. So the EV6 now gets new headlights with the LED DRL signature that look like hooks, and it also gets a connecting element that connects the two headlights together. Other things of note, it gets new bumpers front and back, which look a little more sportier in this GT line, guys. You also get a new design for the alloy wheels, and certain elements inside the rear taillight bar have also been altered. Overall, it continues to stand out thanks to its futuristic design. And under the skin, it continues to be based on the eGMP skateboard platform with its advanced 800-volt electrical architecture. It also remains a substantial car, measuring nearly 4.7 meters in length with a generous 2.9 meter wheelbase. On the inside though, the major change is the steering wheel. It has a squarish design, but gone is the 2-spoke layout of the older car and you get a more conventional 3-spoke layout here. You also get this new textured material on the dashboard and on the center armrest. And the screens are also all new. Well, they have a new software and a user interface. Now the screen itself is nice and slick to use, and what I like is that it's logically laid out so you don't take a lot of time getting used to it. But this new interface has a focus on minimalism and it has a dark theme. So it can feel like it is empty in certain spots and it can pick up reflections as well. While on the matter, let's take a look at the EV6's equipment list. Apart from the two 12.3-inch displays, it also packs in a sunroof, wireless smartphone integration, ambient lighting, a heads-up display and a 14-speaker Meridian sound system. On the safety front, it features 8 airbags, a 360-degree parking camera and a comprehensive ADAS suite which includes features like adaptive cruise control, autonomous emergency braking, lane keep assist and more. I'm also a fan of the seats, which are heated, ventilated and they're electrically adjustable as well. Though the cushioning can feel a bit on the firmer side, it does feel more comfortable on a longer drive. A standout feature is the zero gravity mode, allowing the front occupants to fully recline and relax when the car's stationary. The rear seat is spacious enough to accommodate 3 adults with ease. There's ample knee-end headroom and the backrest reclines for additional comfort. However, thigh support is compromised due to the high floor, window blinds have been given a miss, and a larger sunroof would have helped the sense of space. Boot space is a respectable 490 liters, and though there's also a frunk, it's small at just 20 liters. Brought in as a CBU and priced at Rs 65.9 lakh, the EV6 facelift is more expensive than rivals like the Ioniq 5, the iX1 long wheelbase and the C-Line 7. However, some dealerships are currently offering substantial discounts, making the deal sweeter. It looks futuristic, it has a distinctive design, it has improved range and it's packed with all the features you'd ever want. It also has great performance and overall it feels like a very premium package. While it may lack a premium badge, the EV6 delivers a genuinely premium experience and stands out as one of the most well-rounded EVs on sale today.